I'm going to be removing this dead ash. It was leafed out in the fall, but I guess it died over the winter time. So I got the limb going over the house off. We lowered it down into that crotch up there. Now I'm just waiting for them to finish cutting the limbs that I just cut up on the ground, or on the ground. Luckily the ground's hard enough for us to pull the truck onto the grass because it is forest fence here. We couldn't back it up any further. So this limb here, I'm just going to climb out into that crotch where that V is right there. I'm going to take those two pieces off. I'm going to cut a piece there and then cut it at the trunk. And then this one here, you can see we got the rope. We're going to yank this over right into that hole right there. I'm going to cut some of these limbs on the right off. You have to watch out for the bushes on the ground there. I don't want to damage them. So I took that limb that was going over the fence off, we yanked it over. There was just a couple branches on that bush right there. It's nothing that bush isn't anything spectacular. I don't know what it is, but it's not something that was planted. So probably like a bird dropped a seed and the homeowner just, well, I don't know what it is anyway. The one branch broke, not a big deal, we'll fix it. We have a clearing right here where we're going to drop the rest of this tree. Put a nice notch in it. I already have the rope up in it from when we were lowering the other limbs coming over the roof on the house. There was a spruce tree on the right of the house that was leaning up into another spruce tree. I guess they were Christmas trees for the homeowners years ago. So I just ripped it out with the little skid steer. You can see how shallow rooted these trees are and the thousands of surface roots that they have. Little fibrous roots that help support the tree and give it all the nutrients. And it has a pretty big root ball for the size tree. It's probably 6 foot wide. The tree was probably 20 years old, 25 years old. You see how the one side is bare from limbs because it was grown into another tree. tree that it was planted next to. This is the other tree it was leaning next to. You can see where the root system was. How bare this side is. They were just planted too close together, didn't have room to grow. So the sides just started to die off. There were these baby birds inside of that one pine tree that I wound up taking out. The homeowner wanted this other one out. She didn't like the way it looked. So I took it out and grind out the stump. So there's what's left of the ash tree. Homeowner wanted a little bit of the branches for their outdoor fire pit, so we just cut them up into small pieces.